and I am now streaming, and I am pushing my internet to the max. Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Commander Kenny the Drunken Wolf. We're now playing Elite Dangerous, even though I think Restream is probably saying we're playing Skyrim, so I need to go change that really quick. Um, but we are about to do the, what is that, Waypoint 5 jump? Yeah,
Yeah.
the Waypoint 5 jump with the whole seals. All right, so we're also live on Distant Radio 3305, so you can also listen in to the music there. The music won't be streaming. Actually, it might actually get picked up. I don't know. Probably not. But anyways, if you want to tune in to the show, the URL is http semicolon slash slash distant radio dot space. There is no www in there whatsoever. So if you put in www, you're not going to find the radio station, and I'm going to laugh at you. Right now, I'm sitting in voice chat. We have Alex, who is the leader of the SEALs. We've got Freyr. We've got Inhuman. We've got Noodle Impasta. We've got Rixon. We have Supra Optimo. And we have Howls. And right now, I am actually sitting in Howl's cockpit. I said pit. Uh, so, Howls, what are you flying while the normal
I
people
am,
listening?
I am flying an Anaconda. It is named JNS Ocean Explorer. It has around 52 light year jump range, class 6 fighter bay with 2 different fighters in it, 6 SRVs, fuel limpet controller, repair limpet controller, 32 limpets, and a few goodies in the utility slots, and 2 beam lasers, just for show, not for combat.
Oh, wow. Very, very
Yeah.
cool. And I'm in free camera mode right now, trying my best to zoom out. So, is this all hull seals that are in the instance with us right now?
Well, there are a lot
Yeah.
of hull seats, but I think it's open for others too.
I'm recognizing most of the names. Yeah, I think it's 99% hull seals.
Damn, we've got 99% hull seals in our instance, and I'm in multi-crew just because I am still 40-something neutron jumps away, so I would miss the... Oh, God. That background is amazing. Sorry, ADHD moment. Oh, and we are about to come back from radio break. Uh, let's get cracking here in 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, more or less, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we are back. All right, so let's see here. What kind of music did we have there? We had Queen, I Want to Break Free. We had, I'm not even going to attempt to say the band name, but that was, fuck it. Who cares, anyways? Then we had Cutting Crew. I just died in your arms tonight, and honestly, that song was kind of fitting because just before it came on, I almost had to commit what is that called? Seal Puku. I've been flying without KGB foam on. The only thing I'm filtering out is those horrible, horrible white dwarves. And I was down to a sliver of fuel left when I got to my next neutron jump. So I'm like, you know what? I need to fuel up. I'm like, oh, there's a star 2 light years away. I'm going to jump to it. Oh, that was a horrible, horrible mistake because it was a brown dwarf. So here I am sitting on a sliver of fuel, a bunch of hull seals chatting in my head, all laughing at me as I'm going, am I going to make it? Am I going to make it? And fortunately, there was a scoopable star just 2.7 light years away. I was almost on fumes. I probably should have taken a screenshot of it. But yeah, I almost had to commit seal puku because I would have had to have called the rats to come and rescue my stupid ass. So, with that, I'd like to introduce my fellow Whole Seal, Noodle Impasta, who, if you guys I'm also streaming this live right now. I guess I should give those guys a little bit of entertainment as well by looking around and stuff. And let's see how much motion sickness I can give you all. But anyways, we have Noodle Impasta, who, if you watched my stream the other day, he did come and rescue me. I was the damsel in distress. I was down to 60-something% whole because my dumbass forgot to put down the landing gears and turn on my shields because who flies with shields on? So, anyways, my dear pal, Noodle and Pasta, how's it going?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Not too bad. The drink is da, da, da.
Finally wearing off a little bit?
No, actually, it's just starting to kick in, which is nice. So I'm no
Ah.
longer sweating my ass off anymore. So Noodle, the usual questions. Why'd you join Distant Worlds 2? Why oh why did you join the craziness that is the whole seals? And what did you think about your little rescue the other day?
The rescue was actually quite fun. I'm glad that I was able to participate in it and be the one to do the repair. So definitely glad to be along for the ride as a hull seal as well. Fun fact, I'm probably one of the instigators in all the craziness of the stuff that goes on in Discord because
Oh, I am
I'm
hold on. I am terribly sorry. I forgot to turn on the external input. So I have so many windows going on right now, and I only have two 26-inch monitors. I almost crashed into a neutron star because of it. So anyways, Noodle and Pasta, go ahead and restart. Sorry about that.
That's okay. As far as craziness, I've been around Elite quite a bit, but not been able to play. I've built my computer and actually got in Elite 2 weeks before the launch. I knew about the launch and knew about the whole expedition back when it was first starting to be planned. I've been in FleetCom quite a while, just been kind of silently watching and learning over the months. But so in 2 weeks' time, I went from a Sidewinder to a near fully engineered Crate Phantom outfitted for mechanic work. That was one of the things I figured the rats will have the fuel covered, so I'd volunteer to help with mechanicking, and turns out there was a fun group that was put together to be able to help repair the various players and such, which interestingly, the view is not the most dangerous part of the trek. Evidently, Waypoint 3 was. More repairs going on at Waypoint 3 than anywhere else so far on the trip. And, also, I did all that going from a Sidewinder to a Phantom in open. The only time I switched to solo was when I was mat gathering at places like the Jameson crash site or places like that where you could accidentally cross instances with somebody. Everything else was done entirely in open.
Oh wow, so we have ourselves a little risk taker there. I personally never
Yep.
would have been that insane. I played in open twice, and I was quickly informed of why. While I never had the fortunate experience of flying into a field of fairies, I quickly learned that there are fairies out there in the galaxy, and when their dust gets in your FSD booster, yeah, your ship kind of goes boom. So for those of you flying out in open, do be aware there are fairy clouds along the way. Probably going to be the entire way to Beagle Point. So if you're flying in open, just make sure and protect your FSD booster from sucking in any of that fairy dust because you don't want to go pop in the middle of nowhere because unfortunately the whole seals can't repair you if you're in pieces.
Yeah, the limpets don't work that well on pieces, and we don't have a way to EVA yet to use our duct tape.
Duct tape fixes almost everything except for a blown up ship because of fairy dust. So that was Noodle and Pasta, and next up on my list of people is Inhuman. So I hope I'm saying your name right. Tell us a little bit about yourself, why you're coming to Distant Worlds 2, and why you joined the craziness that is the Whole Seals.
Glad you for having me here. I am a relatively new player. Only got 136 hours. So that's quite low compared to the usual stuff I have. And basically, I was only bought the game on the winter sales right before the Christmas. Decided I want to check it out because my friend has been recommending it. And I went from a Sidewinder to a Diamondback Explorer. Then on Reddit came across the post of the Drabian Omega, which is another seal, absolutely cool dude. And he was advertising, but there was a logo, hull seals, and some funky phrase. I cannot remember now, but it got me interested. Quick Google search figured that this is the second expedition, and the first one was 3 years before, 3302, if I remember correctly, or 2016 for the people that do not live in Lit. So I decided, well, if that's one of a lifetime opportunity to be new to the game and participate in something that enormous. And so I went on to join the Hull Seals. Right now, I have switched 3 ships in my journey. I went from the Diamondback Explorer to the ASP to the now Crate 2 that I'm currently jumping from the bubble. We've got around 50 jumps left, but I'm not making it in time for the grand opening, so oh well.
Oh, well, we are definitely glad to have you on board, and yeah, their little chat things definitely hooked me in the first time I popped into their chat, which I will admit, guys, the first time I popped into your chat, it wasn't going to be me going, "Ooh, look, hey new buddies." It was there were some concerns about the chat. You guys do get a little crazy, but I will be the first to admit the Distant Worlds 2 helper chat we uh you guys would give us a run for our money on how crazy a chat can be. So with that, hey Alex, I think I see you. You're right next door. I think I've got you on my live stream. We're gonna be jumping here soon. When is our jump going to happen?
It's going to happen at past, so we've got 11 minutes.
11 minutes. All right. So what I am going to do is I am going to switch screens real quick. We're going to go back to one more song break before we come back. When we come back, we're going to do the jump. Then we will have Freyr and Rixon, who have been some key players for the whole seals. So they're going to give us a little bit information on their roles in the whole seals and what they've been doing in Distant Worlds 2. And we may end up cutting a song short, hopefully not. So we're going to start out here with some AWOL Nation Sail. Alrighty. So for our stream guys, unfortunately for some reason the Restream chat app is not working properly. So I can't see anything that you're saying. So I'm sorry that I'm not including you guys in more than I am. I'm trying to give you guys some really cool shots. And while we're on music break, we do still have all of the whole seals here. So guys, say hello to my 3 followers on Twitch and YouTube. I'm joking, of course. I have, I think, maybe 20 between the two. But yeah. So yeah, this is really cool, guys. Thank you for joining me for all this. I'm really glad I got you guys to be my guests, because other than that, I really didn't have much of a show planned.
Oh, no worries. Thanks for hosting us.
Yeah, glad to be able to help out in whatever way I can.
Really awesome.
I was told to come to a party, so I came to a party.
Party, party.
To be fair, Kenny was drinking earlier, so yeah.
Oh no.
I guess the good thing about another bottle of vodka, though.
Oh, just while we're here, I don't want to interrupt earlier while we're on air and that, but one of the good tips is if you ever got a little tiny bit of fuel and you just can't make it to a scoopable start, Jumponium actually reduces the fuel needed, so you might be able to save yourself.
That is a very
Oh.
good point.
What again? Sorry.
So, say you've got your nearest scoopable star is 2 light years away, and you can only
Yeah.
jump 1.5 light years.
Yeah.
If you use Jumponium synthesis, it actually lowers the fuel needed, so you can jump twice the distance on the same amount of fuel.
Awesome. Thanks.
Oh.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah, it's a tip I learned in the fuel rats. We once avoided. There was a guy 20,000 light years away, and we managed to save him that way rather than us traveling out to him.
Oh wow, that is cool.
It's Phil P.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yeah. What's
Hello.
up, man?
Yeah.
Nope,
Hi,
I'm
everybody.
deaf.
Can you hear us, Phil?
Yes, I can hear you just fine, mate. Loud and clear.
All right, so Phil messaged me in DM because he wanted to ask people to talk about the whole seals as a newbie coming in. So, Phil, what we're gonna do is after the next radio break, I say radio break, but really it's the music. We're gonna do the
Sure.
jump. Then we're gonna have Freyr and Rickson on. Then we're gonna go back to the music, and then we'll have you on as a complete newbie coming in. Which it sounds like you actually aren't the only new person in here. We have Inhuman, who he said
Yeah.
only
I
100
mean,
and something.
it's brilliant. You know, the way people have really got into this in a big way. Even people like me who've never done anything like this before.
Out of 130 something, I have 70 hours in distant worlds.
I just looked at my Steam stuff. I'm on 337 hours. Oh, that's a lot.
Ugh. So,
Well, since we're comparing EP, 806 hours, but that's only with the Steam release. I've been playing it since CB2. So.
Holy.
all right. Would you guys believe me if
Looks like somebody is already at waypoint 1.
You're
Oh.
kidding.
Well, not waypoint 1, POI 1
Oh wow,
Seriously?
probably one of the
from the
buckyballers.
Hall Seals.
Oh, from a whole seal all the way.
Yep.
Wow.
We have people already hitting the POIs on the link on the route to
Well, the guy
go
who
ahead
has,
and establish beachheads.
the guy who's done the now record-breaking trip to Beagle Point, he has several accounts, so he's keeping that ship out there at Beagle Point, ready
Mhm.
to repair people when they arrive, which is
Yeah.
epic.
Y'all are crazy.
Yeah, I already talked to him, and he
I'm
said
still sitting
whenever.
in Colonia, so I'll be at Waypoint 5 probably before anybody else.
Awesome.
Probably true.
Yeah. I talked to Xavier, and he said whenever I have another client to repair at Beagle Point, I should just hit him up immediately. He wants to do it at Beagle Point.
That is awesome. All right, so we got another 6 minutes. How are we looking on music? We are still doing good. I'm actually going to, let's see if I move that there. Nope. Okay, so we will actually let's play shuffle with the music.
Uh-oh, he's thinking again.
Shuffle with the
Yeah.
music.
Nope. Okay, so we are going to go to our next break. So after this song, so what we'll do is we'll start with the interviews, and then we'll pop into the jump, and then go back to whatever we haven't finished covering, and then we'll go back to music, and then Phil will be after that. And of course, now I have to readjust this. Alrighty,
That
so
is a lot of ships.
yeah, that is. I'm having.
I'm adding the
Uh-oh,
different
Alex left.
POIs and Hull Seals squadrons so that those that wanted to be a part of it and see all the different stations, because I also looked up all the stations on the way to Colonia and put in there. That way, if we had an issue, we could divert over to those for a code black or something.
I'm actually having difficulties getting all of you to fit in. Oh, there we go. Now I think I have everyone in the instance finally in the screen. But wow, that is a lot of us.
Yeah, definitely. I'm taking pictures right now too. Just so you know, Kenny, for your stream, I probably will jump like 1 or 2 seconds after the guys because I want to take a picture of them jumping and then I will jump. I
All
hope
right.
that's okay for you. If you want, you can take pictures too of that. It looks really awesome.
Oh yeah, no. It's your ship. Go for it. 'Cause I'm just gonna be enjoying the views no matter what. And we're going to be coming back from our music break here in just a moment. We've got one commercial coming up. Let's try and see if I can't get my view to be behind as many of the ships as we can.
I wonder if I'm going to get a message from the FDev telling me about breaking the instance limit.
Yeah, we didn't get in trouble for the first mass jump. We just killed the server.
Yeah, they were expecting that one though.
Nobody was surprised.
We almost killed the instancing server a little bit on the jump back from the Fallen Commanders side trip that we did at Waypoint 2.
Yeah, I would have expected them to have prepared better because Waypoint 1 jump, EU crashed it, US started to crash it. Then Waypoint 2, EU started to crash it again. You would have thought that, hey, let's reinforce our servers, get a few more going, maybe. But nope.
I mean, it really depends on how they're hosting it and how many resources they could even get at their disposal. The resources aren't
they've
cheap.
only got one giant hamster wheel per intern, so.
And scalability is always a difficult thing to handle. Just throwing more hardware at it doesn't solve those problems.
You also have the infrastructure to sort all the required pieces of hardware, especially if we're breaking the instance limit, which is there to help mitigate the damage.
Yeah, that is true, and we are back. So pretty much during the break, we've been just discussing all of the waypoints. Apparently, we already have a hull seal at the first POI. We're going to be trying to get hull seals pretty much at every POI, and our commander who did the Beagle Point repair, that was one of his alts, so he's going to be sticking out there just in case there are any more calls out there. And we are coming down to the last few seconds before the jump, so I'm going to hand the reins over to Alex for just a minute if there's anything you want to say as you get us ready for our jump, and also, what system are we jumping to?
We're jumping to the close by neutron star. It's only a light year away, so that's accessible for everyone, and we'll see how the servers hold up. We've got about 30 seconds left, so I'm on push to talk. I'm not going to be able to talk while we jump, but yeah, I'm excited that there's so many people here. It's great, and this was all organised by Fen Rishi, so thanks again to him for organising all this.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you, Finn. All right. Well, since you've got to do that and you're on push to talk, let's go ahead and start our interviews off. So I'm just gonna open it completely to you, Freyr and Rickson. You two, it sounds like you have quite a bit of experience with the whole seals, and here we go. Here's the jump. Whee! That is so cool. Okay, so anyway, I'll hand the reins over to you guys.
I'm sorry, I was in the middle of making the jump. What was the question?
The question was, we're supposed to talk now, apparently.
Oh,
Yeah.
hello.
So, what are your guys' roles? What are you guys doing specifically with the hull seals? Because it sounds like you're not just our average hull seal. You're doing a little bit more.
Go ahead, start, Rickson.
All right, yeah. Well, what I've been focusing on is I've got, I do a lot of dispatching. It's one of the things that I focus a lot on is just that side of things, organizing people, and also I'm helping to set up a framework for the Hull Seals to help continue after the Distant Worlds expedition, including, like how we're gonna coalesce beyond this and expand out to a fully fledged. We're gonna keep this one going.
Oh, very cool.
In my case, I do a lot of work with building processes, documentation, things like that. It's kind of an outlet from my work. One of the things that I have been trying to do with what I've been building is emulating the look of Elite Dangerous, since at this point at least, I feel very attached to Distant Worlds 3305 in the sense that we are here to assist this expedition, not just another organization that works in general right now. And we'll figure out what we're doing afterwards. But this usually consists of taking the processes that Rickson and Alex has been putting together and making them in an interesting presentation that, while some people have said is not really all that easy to read right now, something to fit within the universe, so to speak, for where we are.
I mean, I'll contest the fact that I'm making anything. All I'm doing is organizing what other people have,
Yeah, and Freya, don't forget you also were the first person to use the words Hull Seal in our chat.
That was just a pun that popped in my head at the time. It was just a case of, what do we do? Well, we seal hulls, therefore Hull seal. And then it snowballed because the black hole of insanity that is where we are coalesced.
I believe some call that space madness.
And it happened before we even started.
Yep.
Well, if we go right back to the start, when I first started, I just thought, oh, we've got repair limpets now. Let's go repair a few explorers. And next thing you know, we're on a Distant Worlds 2 expedition, and we've got a name, a logo, and everything.
And the URL. Woohoo!
That is awesome. So, Frere, it's all your fault that everyone arfs. Good to know. And I love that you guys are actually planning to continue this after Distant Worlds 2, so it's not going to be just a one and done type thing. So, of course, there's still a whole lot of planning to come, but what it sounds like is maybe down the line in the future, if there's someone out there who's away from a station and is in desperate need of some repairs, they may be able to call you guys and get a little help with that, just like they would the fuel rats. Am I understanding that right?
Yeah, that's the general plan. Currently, we just have a Discord server where we've been spitballing ideas, helping set up a base framework. But the end goal is to be an organization very much like the Fuel Rats, who will go out, will repair anyone at any time, anywhere.
Interestingly, the fuel rats that are helping us have noted that a lot of the same decisions that we are making in nixing certain ideas or tabling other ideas to evaluate further is the same process that they went through with almost identical decisions that they made when they were getting started and growing as their organization.
Yeah, so not to jump in here, that's something I actually really wanted to talk about. One of the things that was a very difficult decision when we were thinking of the fleet mechanics and the Hull Seals and how it was going to operate was how much we borrowed from the rats. And we had quite a few fuel rats, including myself, on the planning team. And one of the decisions I made, which was quite a crucial one, was how much we were going to borrow. And what I wanted is that we evolve naturally ourselves and become our own organization rather than being a copy paste. And as Inhuman and Rickson have just alluded to, it's actually been interesting watching it because the fuel rats have had the same issues, the same problems, and we're all coming up with the same.
Yeah, the fuel rats have been an invaluable resource as guidance, and occasionally some of them have pointed out this is a really stupid idea and here's why, and they have usually been right. But it's been great to have their guidance as well as their general layout to figure out, okay, here's how they do it, is this what we want? Can we do it better? Do we want to do it different? But without them, this would probably have fallen to pieces a long time ago.
Oh, very, very cool, guys. So yeah, thank you for giving us all that information. So that's right, you heard it here first on Drinking with the Wolves, Distant Radio 3305. There are plans for the whole seals to not just be whole seals for Distant Worlds 2. Remember, guys, it's still in the planning phases, so don't pop off just now asking for a repair on the other side of the galaxy because they're probably not going to have anyone out there to help you out. But later on down the line, after Distant Worlds 2, you just might start seeing one of their ads when you're flying in and out of a station, just like the fuel rats do. And with that, we are going to go and we'll have a little bit more music. And then we do have one more person that I want to bring on board who's a complete newbie. He admitted that to himself. So don't point the finger at me. He's the one who called himself a noob. But let's start off with some Cell Dweller Frozen. Now, I guess before I actually start it, I should say this is the original version, not the version that most of you are used to. So let me know in the chat what you guys think about it, and enjoy. All right, guys, and that was the Distant Worlds 2 Waypoint 5 jump with the whole seals. So I'm going to call it here. I want to thank Howls for inviting me into his ship to let me experience the jump because there's no way I would have made it.
Anytime, buddy. Anytime.
All right, and with that,
Thanks for streaming it.
yeah,
that was
Thanks
awesome.
for streaming it.
Cool to
It was
watch.
really awesome to have my ship on stream.
yeah, cool, and thank you guys for watching. So all of you, yeah, there we go. All of you listening in on Twitch and YouTube, if you're not already a follower or subscriber, click whatever it is you're supposed to click. I have no idea how in the hell you're actually supposed to do that. So just click one of those buttons, and I will catch you next time. This is Commander Keni the Drunken Wolf signing out.